Hey guys, Someplace here. Welcome to episode number 18 and the final week of season 1 of the Minecraft Sim League. And as it is the final week, we will be playing drop sixes to decide our champion. We have 4 games going on today. Let's take a look real quick if I can run over here to the standings. There are a few teams in contention, and I will be going over each and every one of them, starting with the Flyers, who are in first place on 73.5 points. Pretty far and away the leader above third, who in second place is the Chargers. They are just 4.5 points behind the Flyers. They have been doing really good recently, so if they catch up here, that would be kind of crazy. Then it's the Edge on 50, the Jockeys on 49, the Cherries 47.7, the Sunrays 44.5, the Savannah Cats 43, and the Tridents 37.5. Currently sitting in the spots, the eligibility for the Cobblestone Cup that you can see right here. There's a line to stop. Top 8 teams get into the Cobblestone Cup, which is kind of like our American format, our playoff format to decide the winner of the Cobblestone Cup. It'll be like a secondary championship, but the Dog Pack also have a chance to get in here, and the Royal Hogs, as they are currently leading the cycle. If they finish in this position, they will earn 20 points, and they will win the cycle, which could see them up into the spots for the Cobblestone Cup. There's basically just the 2 teams that could win it. The Flyers is between the Flyers and the Chargers. Chargers currently pretty close here to the cycle championship. If they get that, they will definitely win. Although just earning a medal this week could see them to the championship, as the cycle points earn you 20 points. So the Edge, as they are nowhere near, they could not win the championship, I think. So the Jockeys have 49 and the Cherries 47.7. The Jockeys are currently on 6.5 points to the Royal Hogs 7.5. And the Cherries have 6. So they basically have to win medal and have a lot of things go their way to win the cycle. They could still possibly steal this title along with, how many did the Sunrays have? 44.5. So gold medal is 10 points. So that'd be up to 54, and then the season points plus the win would be 12 points, and then so the Sunrays, I guess, also have a chance, probably with the Savannah Cats as well. So a lot of teams still eligible, I guess, to win the championship, more than I thought. But a lot of things would have to go these teams' way. Very unlikely in this sim league, but also you never know, anything is possible. So we shall see. This how the rest of the league is rounding out. This is the very last week to earn a place in the Sim League for next year for one of your teams, your idea. All you got to do is comment down below. We've got the Gothic Warriors, the Blood Roses, the Synergized Beans, and the Origin so far. So that is how. Those are the 4 teams that are going to be replacing these teams down here on the redstone blocks, the relegation zone, as it stands. But if you comment down below, your team will have a chance to take one of their spots and replace one of these teams in the Sim League for next season. Yeah, all you gotta do is comment down below. But those are the stakes. Those are the stakes. Plenty of teams still able to qualify or to win the championship. So it will come down to these 4 matches. We're gonna start with match number 1, which is the Dog Pack, the Pillagers, the Jockeys, the Undead, the Savannah Cats, and the Bone Bows. Then in match number 2, it will be the Copper Golems, the Sniffers, the Cherries, the Flyers, the Chargers, and the Tridents. And then in match number 3, it will be the Violets, the Phantoms, the Hive Mind, the White Woods, the Royal Hogs, and the Lush Dwellers. And then in match number 4, finishing us off, last game of the entire season, it will be the Bucketheads, the Diamondeers, the Detonators, the Sunrays, the Gapplers, and the Edge. So let's get right into match number 1. I'm going to try my best to hypothesize about who's in first place in the league. So if like one of these teams that's not the Chargers or the Flyers starts, like, obviously we'll win the gold medal, win the cycle, whatever. I will try my best to stay on top of that, but I could be wrong the entire video, so just heads up, fair warning. We're gonna start with match number one: the Dog Pack, the Pillagers, the Jockeys, the Undead, the Savannah Cats, and the Bonebows. And if you don't remember how drop sixes works, I will press this button. One block will drop from each of these slots. If it is a colored block, it will go to the team assigned to that color. A white block goes to no team. And a black concrete closes the slot so it's not able to drop for the rest of that cycle, the rest of that match. And we go until one team gets an excess of 30 points, so 31 or more points. And then, or if a black block covers all 6 slots. So let's get right into match number one. We got our scoreboard up, and let's see what our first few drops are. No black blocks, but some fair points handed out to a bunch of teams here. So the Savannah Cats are the team to keep an eye on here as a hopeful for the championship. Although there are also a couple teams here, like the Pillagers and the Undead, hoping to avoid relegation. So any sort of points here will do well for them. As I think the Dog Pack now going to get off to a good amount of points here, but a lot more for the Pillagers as well. And still no black blocks yet. And no points for the Savannah Cats as well. There's a black block in the 2 slot. We're going to get 1 point here for the Pillagers. Savannah Cats still on 0, though. As the Dog Pack now take the lead from the Pillagers. There's some more points for the Bonebows. A lot of points there for the Bonebows. And this is the 4 is now closed. And just points here for the Bonebows and the Pillagers. The Pillagers will retake the lead here. And the Pillagers already approaching that limit as they get even more points here. This is insane. I think that's just a 1, but it's still points nonetheless, and more for the Bonebows as well. 3 for them. So 3 slots left. The Bonebows have taken second, and 5 more points for the Pillagers will get them to 31. I misclicked, but the Undead also getting some points. 1 more point for them. Not a great performance, not really what they needed at all. But they will beat the Savannah Cats, who get no points, and watch their championship hopes slip away. That is all said and done for them, as the Pillagers now on 31 points will take the win here. So match number 1 goes the way of the Pillagers. 31 points for them over the 16 from the Bonebows. And it is 15 for the Dog Pack. Pretty good lineup so far. Pillagers not in contention for anything. I think they are trying to avoid relegation, but they needed some things to not go their way. So that is certainly a way to avoid it. Let's go check real quick how our medalists were. Savannah Cats getting the gold last cycle, 33 points. It was 31 for silver and 24 for bronze. So we shall see how that holds up as it stands. Pillagers getting 31 on gold, and then the Bonebows and the Dog Pack 16, 15, silver and bronze, likely to change. But you never know, anything can happen. Let's get right back into it. Right back into match number 2. The Copper Golems, the Sniffers, the Cherries, the Flyers, the Chargers, and the Tridents. And this match right here could very well decide the championship. It's once again a matchup between the Flyers and the Chargers. I think this is the first time they've met, not in a 1v1, but they have met twice in a 1v1 this cycle, with the Chargers coming out on top. So we're looking for green and blue blocks. I think the Copper Golems might be cycle hopefuls, but I don't think they have a chance to win the championship. And the Tridents also with a chance to move up here in the rankings. as we are going to start out with a lot of points here for the Sniffers, as well as some for the Chargers, and 5 for the Copper Golems as well. I don't know if your heart is racing, but mine is. Let's get right back into it. This is like exciting. This is literally what we've been building up to all season as we get 9 points here for the Tridents who were on 0. We also get 2 points here for the Flyers, a few points for the Cherries, and 5 for the Sniffers. So now the Sniffers and Tridents tied for the lead. No black blocks yet. Will that change here? No, it won't. Even more points for the Sniffers. This is looking good for them. They're up 8 more, so they'll be past halfway now. So we also get 5 points for the Chargers. 3 more points for the Tridents as well. And the Chargers could do without a win, but they are going to need some sort of points if they want to pass the Royal Hogs for the cycle, or they could get some sort of medal here. They're going to get 4 more points, but again, a lot for the Sniffers. This is kind of crazy, the drops here. A bunch for the Copper Golems as well. And the Sniffers now just 5 points away from clinching the win. They've got a lot of lucky drops here today. Are they going to get more? No, not this time. But the Chargers are going to take 6 points. So now the Chargers catching the Sniffers here. The Flyers need something. Well, I mean, they could still sit back. But that is 11 more points for the Chargers. That gets them to exactly 30. They need just 1 more point to win it. If they get more than that, that could see them get the gold medal. So now it could be do or die for the Flyers. They are going to need some result here. Probably. I mean, they're up by 4.5. A win for the Chargers, but a medal for the Chargers as well could spell trouble for the Flyers. As now the Flyers, the only team on single digits. It's going the correct way for the Chargers, and they are going to take the win with 2 more points right there. That's kind of crazy. We didn't get any black blocks at all. No blocked slots, and the Chargers taking the win on 32 points. It was 7 more points for the Flyers to end it, but that's not even going to get them out of last place. And then it was 1 more for the Cherries and 5 for the Tridents. So the win goes to the Chargers, and that will see them take the gold medal as well, I do believe, which will also see them currently the holders of the championship. That is insane. We're going to have a championship switch on the final day for our first season. That would be kind of crazy, but I mean, we're gonna have it anyway. The Flyers just bottled. The Flyers just bottled the championship to the Chargers. Is anyone else going to take it from them? We shall find out. Yeah. And I mean, you can't say the Chargers don't deserve it. They won Cycle 1, and they have done well once again here in Cycle 3. The Flyers stormed away with cycle number 2. It wasn't even close. But they have done horribly here in cycle number 3. I don't even know if they've got a win at all here in cycle number 3. But, yeah, scenes. Absolute scenes here. I may not sound excited, but I'm still trying to process this. My mind is going crazy. I'm trying to think of like the possibilities of what this could mean and what other teams possibly still have a chance, or if that just secures the win outright for the Chargers, which it might. I think if one of those other teams like the Sunrays, who else was there? The Cherries and the Jockeys already played as well. I didn't even clock that. So that might just be like the Sunrays. I think the Sunrays, if the Sunrays want to take the title, they would have to. was gonna say the Cherries, Jockeys, all those teams that are up there, they'd have to win the gold by more. Like they'd have to take the gold from the Chargers to have a chance. Still, I think. Um, so that just might steal it entirely for the Chargers. But you know, I'll hold out hope for my team. Very unlikely, but we could see a generational performance here from the Sunrays, which I am hoping for, and definitely not rigging. I'm just hoping for, but we shall see as we get right back into it. Match number 3. Here we go. It's the Violets, the Phantoms, the Hive Mind, the Whitewoods, the Royal Hogs, and Lush Dwellers. And the Royal Hogs could put the hope of winning the cycle out of everyone else's mind if they get some lucky drops here. They're going to start off with 5 points and the lead here. Yeah, so if the Royal Hogs win this match outright, that would just take the title of the cycle no matter what, which they're fighting for if they want to get into the Cobblestone Cup. They're about mid-table as it stands, but they could steal a top 8 position if they win today, especially with a medal. So one slot closed here already, one more than we had all of last game. As we get right back into it, some points all around here. Going to some of the other teams. Whitewood's going to take 6 more, so now they'll take the lead on 8 points. Violet's getting 4, and Lush Dwellers, or sorry, Hive Mind getting 1. And now we get right back into it. The one slot closed up here, 2 points there, and then both the high slots dropping whites. So the Lush Dweller is going to take 4 points here. They're up to 5. And 2 more points for the Phantoms. Actually, 2 points for the Phantoms. We'll see them on the board. So now we get into our next series of drops. That did not. That was in the black slot. And the 6 now dropping. So now we're just 3 slots left. 5 points for the Violets. That will see them take the lead. And 2 points for the Hive Mind as well. See them up to 3. Pretty low scoring affair thus far. Probably no medals to be handed out. There's more points, 2 points for the Royal Hogs, desperately needed. And now the 5 slot dropping the black block. So just 2 slots left here. And it is pretty close here at the top of the leaderboard. A white block from both slots, so we can just no adjustment to score back into the next drops. There's 2 points and 4 for the Royal Hogs. We'll see them take the lead once again. That was in a black slot. That doesn't count. 4 points for the Royal Hogs will take them up to 11. And 2 for the Phantoms will double their score. So the Royal Hogs currently in the lead, but perhaps not for long. That was in the 3 slot. And 4 points for the Whitewoods. We'll see them retake the lead. Now up to 12. 2 points for the Lush Dwellers as well. So they're starting to approach the top here. And the race for the victory here is just getting closer and closer. 4 points for the Violets now. We'll see them take the lead. If it weren't for these 2 points for the Lush Dwellers, we'll tie them on 13. Very exciting stuff. The top 4 all within 2 points. And there is 2 points for the Whitewoods. We'll see them up to 14 now, so now they take the lead. And the Phantoms doubling their score once again. Whitewoods now up to 14 more points here. The Phantoms 2 more and 4 for the Hive Mind as well. So now the top 5 all within 5 points. This could go anyone's way. And now the 4 slot is closed. The only points left to be given out are 2s, and we will just keep spinning till we hit the black block basically. Hive Mind getting 2 more there. So they're up to 9. Everyone just 1 point behind the other. 2 points. The Lush Dwellers will see them take the lead on 15. Then we get into our next spin. When is the black block coming? It's 2 points for the Hive Mind. We'll see them up to 11. We've got yet another drop. 2 more for the Hive Mind. Could they be making a charge for the win here? They've dropped almost all of their 2s. They've only got 1, 2 left. That will be it. 2 points now for the Violets. We'll see them tie for first place on 15. So we've got just a few more spins here. There's a white block. We move on. Another red for the Violets. Another Violets taking the lead up to 17. Who will come out on top win this one? Waiting for the black block here. Just making sure it's in there. It's in there. It's in there all right. As we get now the 5th. Oh, that came out of the 1 slot. With the 5th 2 block for the Hive Mind. So the Hive Mind reach their maximum possible score. They can't get any more blocks anywhere. All the other slots are closed. 2 more points for Lush Dwellers, and they'll tie for the lead once again. This is probably the most exciting game of drop sixes I've ever seen. It's come down to the last slot, and now the Lush Dwellers take the lead back up to 19. 2 blocks being dropped. When will the black block come? There's 2 for the Royal Hogs. That'll see them up to 13. They're going to need a miracle to come back from this one if they want to take the win here. So still hope being held out for some of these other teams. Violets, 2 more points, and they'll retake the tie for first. And there's the orange slot for the Phantoms. Could they be finding their way into this one? What are we going to bring us next? It's going to be the Phantoms once again. And now the Phantoms have passed the Royal Hogs. The Royal Hogs are in last, but the Phantoms have also now run out of blocks from the 2 slot. That is another black block. So 2 points now for the Violets as well, and they retake the lead. They've got just 1 2 block left, and there it is. That'll take them up to 23. Their maximum score. I don't think any team besides the Lush Dwellers can catch them. We've got another white block. There's 10 of those. What will we get next? Yep, we're probably going to see a lot of white blocks. Oh my goodness, that just came out of 3. That's insane. All right, we're going to get the 2 block now from the Whitewoods. When will the black block drop? Whitewoods up to 16 points. This is insane. Another white block. What have we got next? It's another white block. They're up to 6 now. There's only 4 of those left. And there's the black block to end it. How many teams have blocks left? Royal Hogs had 6 points left on the board. And then the 4 as well for the Whitewoods. So no team was catching the Violets there. I didn't even notice that the Lush Dwellers had all their 2 blocks. But that was insane. The most insane match of drop sixes. Let's see how many blocks were dropped in some of these other slots. That's crazy. My inventory's full. That's crazy. So after all that, the Royal Hogs get just 13 points. Dead last. They will not be winning the cycle, which means it's probably going to the Chargers, which would just be insane. I think the Sunrays have a chance to steal it if they win. But to earn the championship, they are going to need the gold medal, which still might not even be enough, due to the Chargers getting the silver if the Sunrays get the gold. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to play the games. As the Violets take the win here, that will see them safely away from the relegation zone. I think the Lush Dwellers and the Hive Mind might have been close to it, but that very well could see them out of it, as actually this is supposed to be the Whitewoods on 16. Then the Hive Mind getting 15. So there are your scores from this match. Violets on 23. No medal for them there, as the bronze still in the hands of the Sniffers on 25. But we shall see. Just 1 match left to go. 1 match to decide the championship here in the Minecraft Sim League. Week number 18. Week number 6 of cycle number 3. Oh man, it's all come down to this. We have been we have been through thick and thin. We have been through 2 computers. Man, it's been months. Like, I started this so long ago, and I just thank every single one of you guys if you've watched everything up to this point. I really appreciate each and every view. This is the first series of mine that's actually going to come to an end, legitimately. So this is a pretty cool experience for me. I'm hoping to be able to continue this series in the future with a season 2, but let's for right now get done with season number 1, match number 4 of week number 6 of cycle number 3 of the Minecraft Sim League. It is the Bucketheads, the Diamondeers, the Detonators, the Sunrays, the Gapplers, and the Edge. And here we go with the final match. The Sunrays needing a miracle, needing the gold medal here. So looking for green blocks, as we're not going to get any here to start us off. The Edge going to lead on 6. And into our next push, the black block going to show up for the 1 slot. And now the Edge taking off to a really good lead here. I think, so the Edge are in 3rd, but I don't know if there's a chance for them to win the cycle, which is really what they need to be able to pass. But it could cement their 3rd place rank here. 15 points now in total for them. So now the Edge off to a huge lead, exactly what the Sun Rays do not need, as now the 6th slot is going to close through, 5 points here for the Diamondeers. And gonna get them off here. And 4 points for the Gapplers as well. So the Sun Rays still on 0 points as we get into the next row. Did one of these, is this from the 1? No, but it is the 5 slot, dropping the black block, and 2 points for the Detonators as well, for the Diamondeers. Sunrays needing something, otherwise it is the Chargers championship to win. 4 points here for the Gapplers, and 2 for the Detonators as well. We get back into our next button presses. The black block showing in the 3 slot now. 4 more points for the Detonators. We'll see them now take the lead as the Bucketheads collect 2 their first points of the game. Now the Sunrays are the only team on 0. As here we go with our next pushes. 4 more points here for the Detonators. That is a Sunrays block, but it is in a blocked slot. 4 more points for the Detonators sees them up to 20. Just 2 slots left here. Another white block. 2 points for the Bucketheads as well. Will the black blocks come early and end this match? Another white block there. 2 more points for the Edge, so they'll retake the lead on 17. Oh, no, sorry. The Detonators have 20 points. I did not notice that. I have not been paying attention, I guess. Those are both 3s. White blocks all around. So we get into our next pushes. 2 points for the Diamondeers. And now Sunrays getting 4 here to start them off. They are going to need a lot more here if they want to catch up, though, as the Diamondeers are going to collect 2 more points. And the black block now for the 2 slot. And 4 more points for the Sunrays. There's no way they make a late charge here. They're going to need every single 4 block will only get them to 20, so they would tie. So, but which is definitely not going to be enough. So the hope and dream definitely dead for the Sunrays, for every other team, which means the Chargers are going to be your champions unless I've miscalculated something here. And now the black block in the 4 slot will end us off here. Final match of the Minecraft Sim League, done and dusted. Let's go put it in the history books. And man, it's been such a crazy journey to get to this point in time. We've maybe I should save the speech for later, but yeah, this has been crazy. It's now just hitting me that wow, my first series really has come to an end here. And the Detonators will be the last team to win a match in the regular season of the Minecraft Sim League, as they take the win at 20, and 2 teams on 17 as well. Sunrays, I think they got up to 8 there, actually. I forgot to put in the last score there, but yeah, the Sunrays will not be winning the championship, although I think they still finished in the top 8, so still hope for Cobblestone Cup there. Let's go add this up. So the Sunrays finishing just above last. Bucketheads on 4. And the winner of the very final match of the Sim League season 2025 are the Detonators on 20. Diamondeers and the Edge on 17. Then we had the Gapplers on 11. So let's quickly put our medals down and redo our standings. And I do believe the Chargers have won the championship. So here we are, no medalists from the last 2 matches. Chargers getting the gold, Sniffers on bronze, and the Pillagers getting the silver. That they very well needed to avoid relegation. So let's quickly add these points up. Chargers, I'm 99.999% sure that the Chargers have just won the national championship. But let's quickly see who is going to be making the Cobblestone Cup and who will be getting relegated from the Minecraft Sim League. So here is how the cycle finished. Chargers jumping up to 9 points, with the Royal Hogs not getting any. That will see the Chargers take the cycle win, which undoubtedly puts them atop the table. 101 season points. That's just insane to me. 101 season points, over 25 points ahead of the Flyers in second, 73 and a half. So the Chargers taking the win by storm. 2 cycles. I mean, if you win 2/3 of the season, like the cycle points are only handed out 3 times a season, and when you win 2 of those cycles, I mean, you deserve to win the championship at that point. That is insane. So Chargers winning the championship 101. Flyers in second, 73 and a half. Edge in third, 51. Most of the top 8 staying, actually all the rest of the top 8 staying the same, with the Jockeys on 49, the Cherries 47.7, Sunrays 44 and a half, Savannah Cats, on 43, and the Tridents just surviving the charge from the Dogpack and the Sniffers, 38 and a half, will earn the 8th seed in the Cobblestone Cup. Then the Dogpack just outside in 9th place on 38, and the Sniffers sneaking a top 10 spot, 36.7. Then it's the Pillagers jumping all the way up to 11th, 32 and a half. In 12th, it's the Violets on 29 and a half. The Bone Bows in 13th, 28.2. Copper Golems, 14th place, 25.5, tied with the Royal Hogs. There was literally no discrepancy between these teams. They're gonna have to tie for 14th. There is technically like the next tiebreaker is like best win, like highest win against like a certain opponent. Like which team up there did they beat? Like what was their best win? But I'm not gonna go through that. Head to head against each other, they only played 1 time, and it was a tie. So they are both sitting here tied for 14th, 25 and a half. Then in 16th, it's the Detonators, 23 and a half. 17th, the Lush Dwellers, 22 and a half. 18th, the Hive Mind, 21 and a half. The Whitewoods in 19th on 21, and the Gapplers just surviving the drop, 20 points in 20th place, which means that these 4 teams still getting relegated as they were at the beginning of this week. The Undead, the Phantoms, the Bucketheads, and the Diamondeers, not enough from each of them, just 19, 18, 18, and 16 and a half points for them. So that is how the season is going to come to an end. Chargers winning, and let's reveal their prize right now. All right, there it is. I hope I did it justice. I try my best. Yeah, I think it looks all right. I know the Chargers flag has a little bit of fade in it, but kind of hard to do with only wool blocks. And I know I could have used other blocks, but I'm not great at that sort of thing. I'm actually really bad at building. So that's all you're getting. There we go. Chargers champions of season number 1. Exciting stuff. And that is going to bring this series to an end. We've got just 1 episode left next week. I know this episode's a little late. I'm going to try to get the next episode out on Monday. And then we won't have any more series videos until a new series starts on January 1st of 2026. So I hope you guys are ready for that. It's going to be super exciting. Yeah, we've got just one episode left of Sim League. It will be the Cobblestone Cup between these 8 teams right here: Chargers, Flyers, Edge, Jockeys, Cherries, Sunrays, Savannah Cats, and Tridents. So if you support one of those teams, make sure to leave your support in the comments for the very last installment of the series. And this is your last chance to comment down below an idea for a team with that you want to see in the Sim League next year. All you got to do is comment down below. I will put it right here. You will get a shout out, and your team could be fighting for a chance to replace one of these teams down here. The teams we will not be seeing in the first division next year: the Undead, the Phantoms, the Bucketheads, and the Diamondeers. Say goodbye to them. We are moving on. So yeah, crazy. Regular season comes to an end. Chargers take the win. That is pretty crazy. You know, the more I look at it, the more I like it. So now you guys are gonna have to deal with that. So man, for the last time during the regular season, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who's watched the series up to this point, and I hope you guys enjoy my series to come. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe and see ya.